Am I the asshole for telling some of my siblings it would be too awkward if I invited them to my wedding? Not a typical one. I have 2 biological brothers and I have 3 half-adoptive siblings and 1 stepsister. My dad married my adoptive mom when I was a year old and my brothers were a little older. My dad also adopted 3 of my stepsiblings, the 3 half-adoptive siblings. I only use specifics so it makes sense. Anyway, when I was 9 my dad and mom died in a car accident leaving all of us without parents. My stepsister took her biological siblings in, and our grandparents helped her, but they left me and my brothers to go into foster care and did not keep in touch with us. They also did not let us keep in touch with our siblings. When I turned 18 I, along with my brothers, reached out to our other siblings, only to be told it would be too weird and awkward to reconnect after everything. It hurt, I'm not going to lie. I spent so many years excited to see them again and they rejected us. Last year my brothers reconnected with them but I didn't. They didn't show that much enthusiasm then either, but when I announced my engagement they got more interested and have tried since. But they have also asked me straight up about inviting them. My reply was it would be too weird and awkward to have them there after everything. They did not like my reply. They said I am being really unfair to them and we're still family. Yeah, but I want to know they give a shit and not that they want a fun day out because they only seem to be invested now, after the wedding announcement. Am I the asshole? This is all very sad. I'm sorry this is your backstory. I'm glad things seem to be looking up. You've done well to make it though this kind of unideal childhood, understatement, with your sense of self, and of right and wrong, intact. Very obvious not the asshole. Congratulations on your wedding. Not the asshole. And it's weird and awkward that they'd even ask you. Not the asshole. I don't blame you for not inviting them. They didn't bother with you for years. If they want to work on having a relationship after the wedding would be a time to start working on it. Not the asshole. I wouldn't want to be anywhere near those people who rejected you. They let you go into foster care. I understand it was a tough situation, but that was so unfair. They do not get to celebrate your happy occasion because they want to. This is your choice to make, and I think you are doing the right thing. Not the asshole. Granted, your stepsister wasn't obligated to take you and your brothers in, that sounded like a lot of kids, but she shouldn't have cut contact. I'm sorry your grandparents didn't do more for you. Info. Did they actually use the phrase, too weird and awkward to have them there after everything, which you then repeated back to them verbatim? Not the asshole. Your reason is the exact same one they give you years before. As hard as it may be, sounds like you're better off without them. I hope you still have a fun and joyous day. Oh, if there is any concern, you may want to have security or something and make sure they are aware of who and who is not allowed to be there. Not the asshole. And #X200B. They said I am being really unfair to them and we're still family. Ask them where this allegiance to family was, when you wanted to be family. They just want to come for the free party. No. And to the people saying, be the bigger person, gah. Stop saying that. Why does it always need to be the victim that is the bigger person? It's always the victim that should let bygones be bygones and forget about the past for the sake of the future. Just no. Be petty, op. It's your wedding and you can cry, be petty if you want to. Not the asshole. You stopped being family when they left you and your brothers to the system. What assholes. You owe them nothing. You're being unfair. Now you're still family. Not the asshole. You're better off without people who will pretend to be family to get a wedding invite. It's your wedding. The only people who ought to be there are those that make you happy, not people who just want to be entertained on your dime. NTA. They told you they didn't want to make an effort until it suited their interests, why should they get to do it now? You made the right choice, plus it's your wedding, your guests, and they had plenty of time to put in effort to reconnect and not make our awkward. Not the asshole. They're barely family. They abandoned you and your siblings. Not the asshole. They don't want a family member. They want to go to a party. Not the asshole. Nobody has the right to be invited to your wedding. This is your day and no one else's. Info. This isn't extremely important, but what is an adopted half-sibling? We're family. Too late. 15 years too late. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. Your wedding should only include people you want to take into your new family. Leave those people behind and don't look back. Not the asshole. I'd say your instincts are spot on. Not the asshole they didn't want to be in your life before, so if you don't want them to be, they don't suddenly get to decide they're going to be. Not the asshole. They made it clear long ago that they don't really consider you family. Here's the thing. They straight up told you weren't family and treated you accordingly. Worse in my opinion. They can't suddenly claim, but family, as if you are required to go along. You're not. If they really wanted to reconcile, they would have. Congratulations on your impending nuptials. Not the asshole. And what is with all these people who want to overload an existing event with their reunion, mending fences, whatever? Your wedding is your wedding, neither the time nor place for dealing with all these other relationships and their history. If they want to have something to bring the sibs all back together, then they should organize it for some other time, after the wedding. Not the asshole. They want an invite for appearances' sake and not because they love you, or realize their mistake, or whatever bullshit they want to paint it as. They know that if they're not there, people are going to have some questions and their assholishness will come to light. They want to save their reputations. I wouldn't give them the sweat off my ass, let alone a free meal and a night out. Not the asshole. What about the situation has changed since they claimed it was weird and awkward when you reached out? Time is the reason it was weird, so it wouldn't make sense for that to make it better. Info. Are any of these stepsibs married, and did they invite you to their weddings? Because if they didn't, it's really unfair to you as you were all still family. Not the asshole. Fuck those jerks. Not the asshole. I have cousins who act that way. You're about to get married? Hi, we are family. You're pregnant? Hi, we are family. You wanna keep in touch? Crickets. Not the asshole. You nailed it. They want a party. Tell them to pack sand. Not the asshole. And you should honestly try to see if your parents left any money or assets to be split among their children that you haven't received. Could be a long shot, but maybe that's why the grandparents didn't want to keep in touch if they were claiming everything for your mom's biological children. This is wild speculation, but worth checking in my opinion. They probably just want a free party and cake. NTA. Now they want to be family, so you have to jump. Forget them. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. They abandoned you and your siblings. You don't owe them anything, and honestly it's weird they would even expect to be invited to your wedding. Not the asshole. They do not get to play family when it's convenient for them. Your wedding should be about people that love and support you, not a bunch of hypocrites. Not the asshole. You do not at all sound petty. Sounds like they can dish it but can't take it. It's incredibly gross of your siblings to have spent 9 whole years with you, not care when you were put into the foster system, and then say it was too awkward to resume any relationship. I get it. It probably would be a little awkward. You guys spent a pretty long time apart. But that is such a cold response to give to someone who did nothing wrong and who is supposed to be family. And I don't understand why a wedding changed that for them. Either way, why would you want to pay to feed and host people who couldn't have cared less about you prior to this wedding announcement? Not the asshole. You are either family all of the time, or none of the time. They chose the latter. Not the asshole. I normally stick to lurking here, but these people are cruel and you're awesome for tossing their bullshit right back to them. Set up some kind of auto-response with just those words for when they attempt contact going forward. They don't deserve anything more. Congrats on the engagement, and I'm willing to bet you'll be a damn sight better parent and partner than that family who bailed on you. Not the asshole. That's weird. They made themselves strangers to you. Would you invite strangers to your wedding? No. If being family is so important, they should have reached out to you a long time ago. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Not the asshole like at all. Info. How old are you? How old are they? Have any of them gotten married or had other major life events like graduation parties or baby showers, and have they invited you to those? Also, are your brothers supportive of your decision? Hugs to you, and I hope you have a fantastic wedding with your brothers and chosen family and friends. You and your brothers got completely hosed, and they have said repeatedly they don't want a relationship, but now that there is a party involved they want the sibling name. Not the way it works. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. Everybody wants to be family when there are good times to be had, but who was around for the bad times? Only invite people to the good times who have been around for the bad times. Cut them off. Embrace those who were there for you on your wedding day. I say cut them off, so Op can plan a wedding in peace. If the family connection hinges on the one day Op is supposed to be totally happy, then there really wasn't any family connection. Anyone reading this who has kids, do you have a will that designates guardians for the children? If not, find a lawyer immediately. This weird, unexpected crap happens, and what a shame for kids to be thrown into foster care. NTA, they aren't really your family though. Yes, the grandparents kept you apart, but once they hit 18 that's a moot point. Why do they even want to go to a stranger's wedding? Not the asshole, I get letting y'all go into foster care, that's a lot of unexpected children, there might have been legal considerations, etc., but not letting y'all keep in touch. And then them deciding it would be weird to reconnect after everyone was 18. Why would they expect to be family now? Their family shut the door on that as children and they chose to keep it closed as adults. They didn't like your reply after saying it to you first. They don't get to pick and choose when you are family. Not the asshole. NTA. Obviously, screw them. Not the asshole, and don't invite them. Not the asshole. They had their chance and they blew it. Enjoy your wedding day. Not the asshole. I don't even know why they are trying to horn in now. I'd block all the step people. I hope your biological brothers are cool with your decision and don't try to push you to invite them. Not the asshole. Very sad sounding situation, but you've done your part. You wanted a relationship, you reached out and they said no. I don't know what their motivation is for wanting to connect now, but it seems likely the thought of a wedding has excited them and you're well within your rights to tell them it's too late. Congratulations on the wedding and make sure you enjoy the big day.